So that was pretty scary. I was trying to get close up to that hippo and it flipping charged me. It was just one on its own and I thought it was really peaceful, and I went in a bit and it just got up and it started to charge me. I freaked out. I legged it to the bike and it was stood there just staring at me. I thought it was going to charge me on the bike. I had to get out of there really fast. Anyway, got a few clicks to go. Got about 30-40 kilometers to go, so I better get on the road. It's almost getting on for 5 o'clock. Greetings from Queen Elizabeth National Park in Uganda. We're just heading down to Lake George and we're just heading down to a little fishing village called Kasenyi. We're actually inside the park now and I've already seen a few animals. Actually, I can see a few animals over there. Probably won't pick them up on the camera. Don't know what they are, some kind of white looking animals, but there's all kinds. There's lions, there's leopards, there's chimpanzees, there's hippos, there's alligators. So hopefully we're going to see some. And tonight I'm all packed up here. I've got my tent, I've got my sleeping bag, and we're going to do a bush camp. So it's going to be quite an exciting, eventful day. So let's go down to this little fishing village and see what we can find. Join me. Told you there was wild animals here. So just behind us you can see the first animals, some water buffalo, a couple of big water buffalo over there. There's another animal over there but I can't see it, it's just a little bit too far away. He's looking at me, that fella. So just behind me is animal number 2. I don't want to move very fast because it looks like it's going to make a sprint. But check that out. I've seen loads of these. These are Ugandan something or other. Look, he turned his back. He's about to leave now. But I'm not sure what they're called. There he goes. Very sensitive. It's a Ugandan. Someone just told me the name of it before, but I've completely forgotten. Ugandan bug or hog or something. It's not a hog, is it? A hog is a pig. But anyway, I've seen a lot of them. Down here behind me is a salt plain and we're almost at the town of Kasenyi, and again there's more wild animals. There's lots of wild buffalo over there and there's lots of birds down there on this salt lake. Anyway, just over there we should be in for a bit of a surprise because over there we're going to see a very big lake. So I'm getting quite excited now. So far I've seen baboons, seen those deer, antelope looking creatures and water buffalo, and I've seen quite a few exotic birds, and I've only been here an hour so it should be quite interesting. Anyway, let's get back on the road. So some more little wild animals, bush hogs, bush pigs, wild hogs. Oh, they're off already. I've only stepped off the bike. Too sensitive, aren't they? They got big things coming out there. Little, are they little tusks? Yeah, they got little horns or little tusks. They look like little rhinos. Check it out. Wild. It's got a really big snout. That must be a family of them there checking me out. That's the male and that's the mother over there, and those are all the kids. But there you go, wild bush hogs. I think they are. I'll check them all out when I get home and I'll put the names on the video. So we're just arriving in the little town of Kasenyi on the side of the lake, and all the houses, they're very spaced apart. Anyway, I'll put the camera away, I don't want to fall off the bike. So we've just arrived in the little town of Kasenyi. Got a friend. What's your name? Moses. So I'm with Moses, and the town is right on the edge of the lake. You can see right in front of me the lake, and I've just pulled up on the bike and I can already see some hippos in the water over there. But they're quite dangerous, these hippos, yeah?
They are dangerous.
Yeah. Can I go close?
With a boat?
No, can I walk over here?
Yes, we can walk.
Are they coming onto the land?
In the evening.
Oh, in the evening. So you have to be careful, yeah?
Yeah.
This is like one family?
Yes, one family.
Yeah, so you can just see them all. They only pop their eyes up a couple of inches above the water, but they're here now because it's very warm, very hot. Are they coming every day here, yeah?
Yes, every day.
Maybe they're looking for food from the village.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. But how many? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There must be about 10 or 15.
No, they're about usually.
20. And one in the middle is very big. Get up here. They're just floating, they're just cooling. They're getting cold, aren't they, in the water because it's very hot. And elephants, you're getting elephants here?
Yes, yes.
Or on the other side
Yes.
where it's quieter. And you are fishing in here?
Yes, we fish.
What kind of fish do you catch? Langfish?
Yes.
Okay.
Fish, catfish,
Oh.
tilapia.
They don't move very much, do they? Very slow.
They are very heavy. Rest.
A very heavy resting, long time resting,
Yes,
yeah.
for morning.
Yeah, yeah. That is their life.
Yes.
Relaxing. Not going to get much movement out of them.
No, they cannot move. In the evening, they
Yeah.
get out.
Okay. Like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
There you go, that's Lake George.
Yes.
And then behind us we've got marabou stork. These are big, these birds. But they're very sensitive though, aren't they? If you go close, it's going very fast. Yeah, water buffalo. He's taking me to see the water buffalo. Dangerous.
Yes, danger.
Really? It will charge.
Yes.
And this is wild animal. You're not eating this one.
Buffalo, there are some people can use for eating.
And also for milk.
Yes.
He looks dangerous. Yeah, and there's lots of birds. Go around this side. Hello. She got a brown bird on that boat. I don't know what that is. Little white bird there. And there's a tiny little bird on there. Like, is that a kingfisher?
Yes, kingfish.
Very colourful.
Yes.
And this white one? What do you call this white one?
Crocodile.
Crocodile.
Yes.
And the brown one?
Brown one is the hammercock.
Hammercock. But that kingfisher is very colourful. Have you finished fishing or you're going? You're going at night time or
We go evening time.
evening?
Early in the morning, we come back.
So you're going all night? How many people in one boat?
3 people.
3 people. Now you're catching many fish?
Many fish.
You have like a big net.
Yes.
And I'm going to go and see if I can find a cold drink somewhere. Get back on the road. So we've just had a quick look around Lake George. We're going to head back now down to the other side to Lake Edward, to another place called Mwea, and it's probably about another 30-40 kilometers over that side, and it's 20 to 4, so we've got plenty of time. And there's actually, from this lake to that lake, there's a river or a channel that runs right across. So once we get over there, we should be able to run parallel to the river and hopefully see some more wildlife. Anyway, signing out from Kasenyi. Let's get back on the road. So I was just driving past this swamp and it's full of hippos down there. Check them all out. I thought they were big boulders at first. They weren't moving. Let's see if we can get a bit closer. But I saw some big lizards moving over there as well. I bet there's crocodiles in here. Check them out. The water is absolutely rancid, but there's bubbles and there's things moving under the water. So I'm sure there's crocodiles, but check these guys out. Look at that. Don't think I should get too close. Don't want them to charge at me. They're massive, they're huge. They're like whales or something. That big one at the other end. Oh, I've never been this close to them. It's just like a swamp of mud, a river of like thick mud. Wow, check that out. So how's that, eh? For a bit of wildlife. I think we're going to get much closer to hippos than this. Check out these guys, actually covered in it, aren't they? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See about 20 of them down there. Check them out. They love that mud, really enjoying that mud, aren't they? There's a water buffalo down there. There's actually water buffalo in the mud also. I don't want to get too close to them because the others were running away down the river, but you never know. They're getting a mud pack, because look, it's just like thick. There's not even any water, it's just like thick mud. I think it's good for their skin, isn't it? See if we can get down this side, see what happens. He's put his head up. That's their territory, I'll leave them to it. Anyway, let's get back on the road. I'm just having a little pit stop. First beer in Uganda. This is my first beer in Uganda. Tusker Light. Yeah, a little pit stop before we got another 30 kilometers to go. So things didn't quite go as planned. I tried to get into the park at 5 o'clock when it was still pretty bright and we had a couple of hours of sunlight left to go. And when I approached the gate, the guy said, "You're not coming in, it's too late, there's too many wild animals around." So he sent me back to the headquarters and I went all the way back to the headquarters and they told me to come a different route. I took a long route to get inside. And I didn't get inside. It's now like 9 o'clock at night and it's like this outside. I can't see a thing out there to pitch a tent, so I thought I'd just check into this little room. It's cheap, 26,000 shillings, which is only about $6 or $7. I'll be out soon, flat out soon. So I'm going to turn this off now and I'll see you in the morning and we'll go for a little adventure in the morning. There's animals all around out here. Even a woman was warning me about going to the bathroom outside because of the hippos that like wander around at night time. And I've already been chased by one hippo today. So I think I'm just going to close my door and that's it. I'm just going to crash out. So good night and I'll see you in the morning. So I don't know if you can hear that, but it's throwing it down out there now. Really raining quite heavily. So I'm quite lucky that I didn't try to pitch a tent in this. I've seen a lot of like fork lightning and quite a bit of thunder. And another thing I forgot to mention, I got a puncture at the main gate. I had to leave the bike at the main gate and a guy brought me in his Jeep. I got a moth inside my mosquito net. Is that inside or outside? It's inside. I got a moth inside. I have no idea what these are, but they're everywhere. They're not very sensitive. I was having a pee on my doorstep. Look at them, they're all over there. Loads of them everywhere. There's some of those wild hogs. Got a bit of bread. I'm going to give a bit of bread to them. Some biscuits and they can smell them. Ooh, check that out. Yeah, come on. Yeah. I'm not going in my room, are they? Don't go in my room. They're eating the biscuits now. Look at them all. Wow, look at them all going in. All squabbling for the biscuits. Oh, look at all the ants. Oh, they're all everywhere. Ants all over the queues. Like an open air zoo. We've got marabou storks, we've got these little things, I don't know what they are. We've got the hogs, and there's loads of them, they're everywhere. Just chuck a bit of bread and they all come, scavengers looking for breakfast. So I packed up my bag. It was just so hot in that room. It's 8 o'clock now. This is the campsite. This is where I would have come if I was camping. There's a deer over there, more of those hogs. There's some kind of deer over there in the bushes, but I just thought come and check this out because this is the other side of the peninsula and you can see the water down there because we're on a peninsula here. So this is where I would have woken up if I was camping last night, but I was quite lucky I didn't camp here because, as I said, it started raining quite heavily. Thunder, lightning. Anyway, got to go and get my bike fixed now, got to go and get the puncture sorted out, so I've got a bit of a walk back into town. So in case you're wondering, the entrance fee to this park cost $40 and then I had to pay another $4 for the motorbike, but then I had problems getting in with the motorbike. That was part of the excuse. And they said there was too many wild animals, and then I paid $20 for the motorbike. The motorbike's worth it because there's no public transport around here. Anyway, if you have any questions, get writing in the comment section below and I'll be happy to answer them. But I've seen a few animals, that's a good thing. And there's lots of birds. You can hear them all chirping and tweeting behind me in the background. Anyway, got to get to the Shell station and it's 20 past 8 and I'm already sweating. So those little animals, banded mongooses, I saw loads of them this morning. Is this still active, this organisation?
It is still active.
And it's funded by the University of Exeter in England. And it's local here?
Yeah.
Okay, so just having the puncture fixed. There's a big thorn
Yeah.
in the tyre, so we should get that fixed and get off soon. It's getting very hot now.
Yeah.
So we managed to fix the puncture. It took almost 2 hours. There were several punctures. It was a big thorn in the tyre. Apparently there's a lot of thorns on the road and a lot of people are getting punctures apparently. But just before I leave, I'm just having a cup of tea in this cafe. Quite an interesting view. I can see across there's some animals, but they're so far away, can't make out what they are. They could be elephants or hippos. Oh, there's some more over there as well. I think they could be elephants. So there's actually 2, maybe 3 elephants just over there. I can just see the silhouette, but all those others over there, they're water buffaloes. But they're just a little bit too far to pick up on the camera. There's probably a family of them. So we've just left the camp behind us over there, but you can get an idea. If you can see on this side, you can see water. And then you can see also on this side is water. So we're right on a very, very small peninsula here. But anyway, in the water over here, I can see big birds down there. There's a lot of birds down there. Water buffalo and elephants. Anyway, we've got about 30-40 kilometers to go on this road. I've just had umpteen punctures repaired, so I hope it goes well. I hope I don't get a flatty when I get down here. Anyway, let's get a move on. Less than 10 minutes on the road and I've got another puncture now in the back wheel, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm stranded and it's belting. It's really scorching. Don't know what I'm gonna do. I tried calling the guy, the guy who owns the motorbike. He's not answering his phone, but this is the main road going in and out. So anyway, somebody's just gone past in a car and I've asked him to ask the woman at the gate to send the guy back over who fixed the puncture before. So I'm just going to wait here for a few minutes. If not, I'll have to walk up there. So puncture number 2 getting repaired on the back wheel. There's a very big lizard just crawling into the bushes. Don't know if you can see it. Check that out. I just saw that as I was coming down the road. That was a big thing. It was about 4 foot long, that. I'm getting out of here. I'm taking my bike back to where I first started and I should be there in a few kilometers. So behind me you can see another volcanic lake, and again we can see animals down there. We can see water buffalo, elephants. It's starting to rain and I've still got a few kilometers to go before I get back to the road, so I better get on the move. Plus we're a little bit late with returning the bike because of all the punctures that I've had. How's that? So I'm in a taxi heading back to Fort Portal. It should be a couple of hours before I get back home, back to where I'm staying in Fort Portal. It's been quite an experience. I hope you enjoyed it. Apart from the punctures, I spent about 3-4 hours this morning fixing punctures. But apart from that, it's been quite interesting. Anyway, signing out. So we are just driving over the equator line. This park actually sits on the equator.